Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have a big update on the Bricks and Minifigs situation. Today we are learning that the case is likely moving to federal court, which could be huge for Ben in this case. And before we get into that, make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you do enjoy, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more. I am trying to pass the American Fork Police Department in subscribers. I'm really close to that 500 mark, and if you guys could help me out with that, I would really appreciate it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below for more from me. And getting into this article here, the first part here is mostly just summarizing what we've already talked about in past videos. So if you haven't watched those, make sure you go back and watch my other videos about this topic. This video here is Ben's, I believe, still most recent video where he's basically saying, yeah, he's been silenced by the court, Bricks and Minifigs, all that. They gave him the order that he can't post content, even mention their name, all that. So if you haven't already seen this video, make sure you go watch that as well, because that does have important context for the rest of this video. And getting into the main part of the article that I wanted to talk about today, we have the case moving to federal court after modified order setback. The move to federal court comes after the parties appeared to be close to narrowing the restraining order. On June 24th, BAM and the defendants jointly asked the court to modify the TRO and convert it into a preliminary injunction. The proposed version would still block threats, doxing, trespassing, impersonation, interference with stores, and soliciting leaks or stage confrontations. Now, as far as I know, for the most part, you don't need an order to be told that you can't threaten or dox people. I think most of that is already illegal. So, as far as I can see, them changing this order to have these terms is just a win for Ben, in my opinion. Because, I mean, for the most part, he already wasn't doing any of this. Like, I mean, interfering with stores, sure, kind of, but like the rest of that, it's like wasn't really doing a whole lot. Like the trespassing thing, like technically yes, but I don't think it's that crazy to say that he was in the wrong and a lot of the times he got trespassed. Moving on to the next part here. However, it also said nothing in the order would stop the defendants from discussing the plaintiffs, commentating on the litigation, publishing court filings, engaging in investigative journalism, or posting opinions, criticism, satire, and commentary on platforms including YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and podcasts. That appeared to open the door for Ben to speak about the case again, though the proposed order did not mention Part 3 by name. So this is big. From the sound of it, he can probably post videos again, I would assume. The only thing with that is that he hasn't yet, and this is from like the 24th, so almost a week ago at this point, and he hasn't posted a video yet, which tells me maybe this isn't all that it seems. Hopefully he can start doing stuff again with this, because I do think it's really dumb that a company can just place an order against you to tell you not to speak out about them. I think that's really ridiculous. I think that that's like a borderline, if not just straight up, a First Amendment violation. And yeah, I just think that some of the stuff involved in this is really, really corrupt. However, Judge Tony F. Graff Jr. declined to sign the modified order, with a court note saying one section was still very broad. The court specifically flagged language restricting defendants from entering, filming, blocking access to, or coming within at least 100 yards of plaintiffs' or franchisees' stores, offices, warehouses, parking areas, employees' homes, or franchisee homes. The note said it was unclear whether the defendants knew who the employees and franchisees were or which locations would be covered. It also said the modified order did not address the videos that were taken down. The parties later filed a clarification addressing those concerns, stated that the modified order was intended to narrow the original TRO and allow a full and free discussion of the litigation, but before any new order was signed, the case took another turn. So, I mean, a lot of this stuff, it's like not too crazy of an ask. Like, I don't think it's that unreasonable to ask the person that you are suing not to, whether you're in the right or the wrong, not to go to your home or your place of business or anything like that. Like, I don't think that's too unreasonable of an ask, especially from Bricks and Minifigs perspective. But like, I mean, obviously, always against them, but from this perspective and all, I don't think them asking him to not be allowed near their homes physically is that crazy. What federal court means for Reckless Ben. On June 26th, attorneys for Schneider, Reckless Ben LLC, and Nguyen, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, filed a notice of removal, moving the case from Utah State Court to the U.S. District Court for the District of Utah. The filing argues the case belongs in federal court because the parties are citizens of different states and the amount in controversy is more than $300,000. Mansell also filed a notice consenting to the removal. So it moved from just a regular state court to the district court, and it was moved because the parties are in different states. So it's like, I feel like it already should have been at that point. If that's how that works, where if you're from different states, it should be through federal court. Like it should have already been that way. As far as I know, Ben is from California, and these guys are obviously from Utah. And the $300,000 number, I'll be honest, I don't know where that's coming from. I've heard 200,000, I've heard 20,000, I've heard 70,000, I've heard 107,000. I don't know what to believe as far as the true value of this collection and this whole lawsuit at this point. Like, I've heard so many different numbers. I believe the most accurate one I've heard is the 107,000 number. I think that one had the most evidence, the one from the CoffeeZilla video where he came out to $107,000 as the total value of the collection. So, I mean, I assume this $300,000 is factoring in like lawyer fees and stuff that he's suing for and all that as well. So that's probably where that number comes from. But overall, I'm not 100% sure on that one. In practical terms, the move means the state court proceedings are paused unless the case is sent back, the lawsuit is not over, and the removal does not automatically clear Ben to post Part 3. Instead, the fight over the restraining order and any revised version is likely headed to federal court. For viewers following the YouTube series, the takeaway is that Part 3 is still in limbo. Bam and Ben's side had agreed to a narrower order that appeared to allow commentary and investigative content, but the judge declined to sign it, and the case has now moved to a new court. So, last part there was pretty much just like a TLDR of the whole thing. So, I think that this is really big and really good for Ben just because he can finally get some more stuff out there. Hopefully that helps with like public perception of stuff. If people somehow weren't already on his side, hopefully this helps with that. And yeah, I just overall think that this is very good for him. And I also think that this whole situation with it moving to federal court means we might start seeing more and more stuff come out faster, because if it was just in the state court, I feel like stuff moves a lot slower, especially with all the supposed corruption out there and all that. But hopefully the federal courts are less corrupt and all that and more well vetted and everything, and a lot more stuff is going to come out faster. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, obviously. I hope we get at least some news soon because it has been kind of slow. It felt like for probably about 3 weeks to a month, from, I don't know, end of May to like early mid June, we were getting something new like every single day. Now it's like, we might get something like once a week, once every couple days. Like, we're getting a lot less, but hopefully this move to federal court accelerates stuff a lot, and maybe we'll have a resolution soon. I doubt it, but a man can hope. So hopefully, just in the end of all this, the Manziel family is made whole for what they lost, and hopefully everyone except Bricks and Minifigs walks away from this happy. That's my final statement on this here. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you leave a like on it, comment down below your thoughts on the case moving to federal court, and subscribe to the channel to help me pass the American Fork Police Department. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.